Today's coverage of the 2017 Bay Area Makers Faire is brought to you by my Patreon supporters and viewers like you. Thank you very much. Now on with the show. Hey guys, this is Jimmy with Jimmy Shaw's Tidbits. We're right outside of the Maker Faire here in San Mateo, California. Today I've got Make It with Calvin Witt here next to me. Introduce yourself.
I'm Make It with Calvin, also known as Calvin Witt. I have a YouTube channel where I discuss various forms of making things, welding, machining, 3D printing, also venturing out a little bit into 3D design, maybe featuring some people, that sort of stuff. Kind of gives you a flavor of the channel. I also have some other random stuff interspersed in there, but the general gist is showing not only me, but other people making stuff, if you will.
Sweet. Anyway, we've been hanging out here all day long. We've been just checking out all the 3D printing booths, met a lot of the YouTube channels. It's just amazing the people we've met here today. Definitely a once-in-a-lifetime event, that's for sure. What's your take on it?
Definitely got to agree with Jimmy on that. For me personally, I get a little bit overwhelmed at giant events like this, but you know, you got to remember there are so many people that come out and are passionate about this thing, so it makes sense. It's just, for me, I'm not the best with crowds, but it's been awesome. I've run into Joseph Prusa, the people I know of Build Tech, Matter Hackers, Lauren from A-Buzz Designs, Angus from Maker's Muse, whole bunch of awesome people. I probably haven't rattled off half of the people I've run into, but it's really awesome just being at an event like this and having people just out of the blue coming up going, oh my gosh, I watch your YouTube channel, or I follow you on Instagram, and just having them come on over and like be totally thrilled to meet you, and you're thrilled to meet them. It's a really, until you've had that experience, you never know what it's like. Am I right, Jimmy?
This was the first time I've ever went anywhere, you know, other than knowing coworkers, knowing people that I've worked for in the past, stuff like that. I have never went somewhere where I had two people actually recognize me. Two people that I've never met in my life that watched my content that recognized me, and it just was an amazing feeling. Especially when they start telling you the stories about how your video has helped them with something that they were working on, and it was just an amazing feeling. How about you? Did you get recognized today?
I did. Quite a lot of people that I didn't know, actually, slightly embarrassingly from YouTube and stuff, ran into me, and I also ran into some people that I know, which is cool. I mean, it's a blend of, you know somebody and they don't know you, or vice versa, but it's really cool that people are actually cool enough to come on up and be like, oh my gosh, I watch your stuff, and just say hi. I mean, because normally some people like Angus from Maker's Muse flew all the way from Australia, or Logan from Unlikely Creators came all the way out from stinking like Kansas or something like that. Yeah. Like the Midwest. Like, I mean, this is the Bay Area. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out here, but the fact that people have come from literally far and wide, and also internationally out here, really speaks to it. I mean, I know that there's New York Maker Faire and there's mini ones, but the fact that enough people decide to come out here is really seriously impressive.
Joe from Malta. He came from Malta to come here. That was just an amazing thing. And man, he's having a blast here too.
Well, he also kind of justified it by making a trip out of it. He was in New York, then he was in Las Vegas, then he was in LA, then he came up here. So I don't blame people for doing that if they can, but yeah, that's still a heck of a trip just for an event that's really, to us it's big, but really when you think about it, it's like the size of a county fair.
Exactly. But I gotta tell you though, that was an amazing thing that him and his wife got to do. This was not only to come to Maker Faire and to see America that way, but they did it as their honeymoon. And that was just an amazing thing, and it's something they'll never forget, that's for sure. Well, let's get on to other things. Calvin, how long have you had your 3D printing channel now, or your channel it's not just 3D printing, it's everything. Let's face it, you do milling, you do all kinds of stuff, machining, you do your welding and everything else. And just how long have you had it?
I think about a year, maybe going on a year and a half. I've done YouTube videos in the past, but it was very sporadic. It's like, oh look, I'm jumping my RC car over a dirt jump in my parents' backyard. So it wasn't like I had like a dedicated, oh my gosh, I'm doing videos every week-ish. I think I've had the channel about a year, a little bit more, I believe. I think a couple weeks ago, Facebook popped up a memory going, you posted this video like a year ago, and I'm like, oh my gosh. What about you, Jimmy?
I've been in it for just over a year myself. But how many subscribers are you up to now? And this is what, the 20th of... What's
May.
So this is May 20th. How many YouTube subscribers are you up to right now?
I think I'm a little bit over 550, but don't quote me on that. I'm just guessing. It goes up and down slightly, but I know it's over 500 because a while ago I did a 500 subscriber giveaway. So I'll definitely say as the time of filming it's over 500, but under 600.
Well, I definitely know there's going to be one more because there was a gentleman that said, I'm subscribing as soon as I get home. So that was awesome. So of all of your videos, what was your favorite video that you created?
Honestly, that's a really tough one. Probably one of my most popular ones that I didn't count on being that I didn't think would be very popular, but actually turned out to be very enjoyable, was my sister's tiny house video. And I'll have a link to that, and Jimmy will too, where you can watch it. My sister literally is building a house on a trailer from scratch, which is really cool. Probably one of the more enjoyable ones that I did was probably when I went out in the ocean with my friend and froze. Got pretty severe hypothermia and probably should have gone to the hospital, but I didn't. Filming in the ocean with my GoPro rigs to try them out the day before Thanksgiving. I know it sounds really menial, but it's like just being able to go out there and do that and just really have a blast doing something you enjoy makes that probably one of my most enjoyable videos. Even though it wasn't directly building it, it was actually going out and using it. That has got to be probably one of my most favorite videos, although a lot of them have various elements about them that I actually enjoy.
Oh, that's cool. That's actually one of my favorite videos too. I love watching that video. And when did she finish up that tiny house yet?
It is actually pretty close. I'm going to be going down to visit my parents the first/second week of June, and it is about 90% done from what I'm told. So I'm going to be shooting an update video for that, and then I'm going to be down in July as well. So if you guys have questions about it, comment them, tweet them to me, send them to me on Instagram, and I'll sit down with my sister and we'll go through like the best ones and do a Q&A video and also a follow-up video to kind of show you guys where it's at and all that stuff.
That'd be awesome. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this out here pretty quick here. Is there anything else you want to add?
Not much. Just, if you have a passion for building things or you like making stuff, definitely try and find a way to do it. I mean, I have to thank my parents for allowing me to do science fairs years ago, for getting me into loving building things. So I guess my advice is if you love building things, don't let that passion go to waste. It's very much something that's in demand these days, and more people need to be passionate about making stuff. So my advice is just go out and try and do something new and figure out what you like.
Sweet. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and end this out with tell them all about all your social media, how to watch, subscribe, and everything else.
You can find me on Twitter at MakeItWithCal. You can find me on Instagram at MakeItWithCalvin. You can look up Make It With Calvin on YouTube, and I also have MakeItWithCalvin.com, which is a website that I need to work on some more. I just haven't had time because of finals. That I post up. I'm going to be posting up some behind-the-scenes stuff, some tutorials and things like that on. So if you really want to find out about stuff, you can go there as well.
That'll do it. Thank you very much for watching, and most of all, thank you for talking with me.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Guys, have a great day and take care. Bye.